So now that we got the front done, let's get focused here on the back. So what I've done is I've marked out 11 and 12 inches, and that puts me right above this hole in the frame that is designed from the factory. So that's where my first dimple is going to be. Now how I do Fords, I don't know if this is right, and any one of you can speak up and fix me on this, is I double dimple my Fords. So what I do is I do a big one right back here. I'm going to heat this up, and I'm basically just going to pound the living snot out of it so that it comes all the way down, a big one. And then up here, where this built-in Ford factory bend mark is, I heat it up there as well, and I do pound on it again. Now, I'm going to lift the back of this car up and put jack stands underneath it so that when I pound on it, it sort of already wants to bend up. So let's get started on that then. So as you can see, it did mark the other side as well. So that's good. Let's get started on it. So as you can see, the rear ones are done, which basically flattens out that little hole that comes factory in the frame. So now these are what I call monster notches. These are big notches that take up about 50% of the frame. So this is going to make that go up there super, super fast. But that's what you want on these Fords. You want these backs to come up, which puts pressure farther in. Now this one up here, we're not going to make it as big. What we're going to do is we're going to heat it up and just pound it down a bit, just to crease the frame rail here on this side, but we want to put a bigger crease on the inside to help it fold in and up. So let's get going on that. Well, there you go. The two big back monster notches are done. And then these front ones, as you can tell, I've basically left the outside of the frame good, and I folded it on the inside. So the problem I've had with Crown Vics in the past is that the frame comes out and hits the tires. So I'm hoping doing this, it makes the frame want to fold in and up, which would be phenomenal. I know these monster notches work because they always work on my Crown Vics. They always go up. I've only had one ever go down, and that's before I knew how to notch them. That was like 7 years ago. So doing it this way is kind of a new technique for me. We'll see if it works out. What I want the frame to do is fold up and in so that the frame rail stay away from the tires. Because on these newer Crown Vics, you've only got about 3 inches between the frame rail and the tires. So who knows if it's going to work? But we'll see. So now, that's all the front done, and that's the back done. So that means tomorrow, we can put the body down onto the frame.